Our field trip is going to be to the Toronto Urban Studies Centre. The program is called 30-Second Stories. I'll get into that a little bit later on. The fee per student will be $6, and we've used Greenholm Middle School as our starting point. So just to give you a rough idea, it's going to be about $6 per student from whatever school you use within the GTA. But like I said, we've used Greenholm just as our starting point as an example. The location of the Urban Studies Centre is 800 Greenwood Avenue, and that's located in the East York District, which is known to a lot of people as Greektown. Curriculum connections. For social sciences, the focus is on First Nations peoples and European explorers. This is connecting to the grade 6 curriculum. There will also be language components involved, such as writing, reading, oral, and visual communication. And for the arts, music and visual arts. We also need to keep in mind several board policies while going on a field trip, such as the permission forms to parents and or guardians that need to be filled out, transportation protocols such as bus seating arrangements, and it's very important that we get the Trillium list and bring it along with us. There are student records that include pertinent information such as emergency contact numbers if students take special medication and if students have any sort of allergies. Our big question for this field trip will be, how did the Aboriginal culture help shape Canada? So what we do is, our pre-lesson, before we actually go on this field trip, is we prepare our students by giving them prior knowledge of Aboriginal culture and its relation to trade and the European settlers. Prior to the trip, students will be reminded of the important topics involving Aboriginal culture, which they will learn more about on the trip, and these are trade, origins of First Nation people, relationship with environment, food, shelter, clothes, and transportation, cultural character, such as language and hunting, storytelling, recreation, and the role of men, women, and children. Students will be shown narratives on some of these topics. Prior to the program at the Urban Studies Centre, students are required to develop their own stories working in pairs and complete a storyboard planner. What's really great about the Toronto Urban Studies Centre is that they provide all of the materials for us, which is really great as it helps us out with planning. They provide all the resources and materials. During the field trip, students will be inspired by the history of the Toronto area and the First Nations peoples who lived here. Students will develop a 30-second flash movie with narration, sort of like this video that you're looking at, except there's going to be really cool things that they can do, like input animation and add a whole bunch of different little things that you could add to a movie. Just sort of mini special effects, I guess you can call it. And French immersion teachers can request the resource material in French and have their students write their stories in French. This activity will also be done in pairs and will take about 120 minutes of instructional time to complete with the help of the computer lab techs that will be present on that specific day that the students are in the lab. After the field trip, the 30-second flash movies will be burned and sent back with the teacher. The students then will work on a CD/movie box cover, so they'll be working on the front and back cover with their partner for their videos. This could also be tied into the media arts, visual arts, and language arts. Thank you for watching.